Hey, hello. Are we on?
Are we on?
Oh, there we are. I can see it.
I can see it. Check mic.
Yeah,
check mic.
check. Oh, hot mic.
Hot mic.
I'm Johnny Culp, and this is my wife, Bobby Mohan Culp.
Great to see you.
Oh, it's real town. Real late. 5:41. Time for the
5:41.
Time for the 5:30. No, it's kind of my fault too. We had some technical issues here.
I like to blame Ruben.
I didn't get.
I prefer to blame Ruben.
That you do.
It's fun. It's fun.
Yeah, I agree.
It's good times.
Yay!
Let me tell you something.
Oh, go ahead. You got a lot to say.
I have a lot to say, so I'm gonna let you. If you have anything to say, get it out now, because you're gonna lose your time for about 45 minutes. So get it out.
Not unlike what Adam said to Eve in the Garden of Eden: "Stand back. I don't know how big this thing's gonna get." So we don't know how much she's gonna say, but boy,
I got stuff to say.
I got things to say.
I'm not gonna talk about anything political. That's the main. There's nothing on. No. There's nothing on the sheet that is political.
You should see the sheet here. There's all kinds of filled up.
I got stuff to say. I got stuff to say.
Well, plus, not for nothing. I mean, I will say this and leave it at that. That all this political crap. It's just being. It's being done to death. I mean, my dad, okay, God love him, he's 90 and he doesn't have a whole lot that he enjoys on TV, but he's got a few things. He likes the incredible Dr. Paul.
I love Dr. Paul. Yeah, that's my man.
I love that Dr. Paul. I think if my father had a little extra ability, financially and otherwise, he'd have been either a physician or a veterinarian.
I would love to be a veterinarian.
Yeah. So he's got the incredible Dr. Paul. He's got the American Heroes channel, which is I affectionately ask him. So, Dad, you watching the Hitler channel again tonight? Yeah, we got the Battle of the Bulge going on over here. I'm like, okay, Dad, have fun. And he does enjoy his news, so he'll watch the Fox News channel. Yeah, listen, hang around. We got. Tucker Carlson, we got Hannity, we got Laura Ingraham. Yeah, it's Ingram. That's what I said, Ingraham. Okay. So he's glued to it all day, and I'm like, hey, so did you see all that today? I'm like, Dad, yeah. A little something called work. I was at it. Oh, right. So I'm loaded.
You guys have a TV in your kitchen you can watch.
Me?
No, at work. You have the TV in the kitchen.
Well, and then there's that. I go in there, and then they're going on and on like a bunch of lunatics. Enough already. It's going to shake out however it's going to shake out.
Yeah, it's like, shut up.
It's like, I care, but not that much. And you know what? What do you got? What do you have?
I'm trying to get out
Please.
Can I just
Funky week.
I don't know where to start. I got so much to say. It's ridiculous.
What's number one on your list?
I don't even have them in order.
Well, I'm just the top thing on your list.
Well, I gotta.
You gotta sign in.
No, I don't care about that. No, I was just trying to get in, to the general. I was in it, and then it just went away. This thing is so. The things that's weird about iPads is they're so sensitive to the touch. Like you breathe, and then it changes pages.
They are so sensitive.
It's very sensitive. Mm-hmm. It's very annoying too.
So about
that.
Wait. Dan.
No. Oh no.
What?
No.
Stars,
go down.
they're just
our
like
heads
us.
are cut off. Go down a little. Can you fix?
My head's cut off.
Yeah.
Ow.
Down. What happened?
Ow. You said zoom out.
Can't you just?
Tilt anyway.
Okay.
Yes, Gilligan. Okay.
All right.
So there you go.
So
talk to me, baby. Tell me something.
A lot of people. Should we start with this good news, the sad news, or the mad news, or the good news? I mean, I'm so confused.
Let's do this. What do you think about ending up on a high?
So we'll end on a high.
Yeah.
All right.
I don't want to walk out of here with
depressed
and or ticked off. I don't. I get like that anyway, watching the damn news.
Okay.
But what do you got?
Well, what I'm gonna talk about is all the death.
Oh my gosh, yes.
That keeps happening to a whole bunch of people, including a personal friend of mine, but on a celebrity level. Just in the past week.
Yeah.
And that's what's very strange. Just so many people passed away. Oh, yeah, I forgot about him.
The kid from Alice.
The son from Alice. Yeah. He passed away. I mean, he's a grown up now, but he still was young. I mean, he was
my age.
He's 55. 55. He was battling an illness. No, I think he was battling an illness for a while or something. Right. But yeah, he was like the brother of Nancy McKeon from Facts of Life.
Wow. So you take the good, you take the bad.
You take them both, and there you have the
Facts of Life. Yeah.
Right. So that was going on. So, yeah. But, so yeah, the lead singer or the female singer, because I guess they were both, but of Roxette passed away. She was battling along. She had cancer for like 17 years or something.
No more joy right there. Damn it.
Yeah. You know, it must have been love, but it's over now.
It's over now.
Yeah. So that's the end of that. So that's another issue. How come I don't hear myself in the speaker?
Maybe because the speaker's off.
Yeah, usually I hear myself in the speaker. I was just curious.
You sounded like the doctor from The Simpsons.
Yeah. Right. Now that's what I was thinking about. I was like, I can't hear.
Check. Hot mic.
Hot mic.
Oh, hot mic.
Check.
Okay, you guys in the back there by the punch bowl? Just
I know we got a
it.
crowd too. Hi, everybody.
Live studio audience of
Yeah.
what's it? 4,
Hi,
7, 9.
Oh, thanks,
11,
Ruben. Yay.
13, 15,
Ruben's
17, 18,
our live
19
audience. So yeah, Roxette, and
Yeah.
they had that really big hit on Pretty Woman, the movie Pretty Woman. That was
Yeah.
that movie. That song Must Have Been Love is from Pretty Woman, and then they had You've Got the Look. Mm-hmm. Isn't that how it goes?
I thought so.
Or something. The look. Oh no.
You've got
the look. You've got the look. You've got the look.
You've got the look.
You've got the look.
You've got the look.
Yeah.
What in the world can
Yeah, they had a lot of good songs. They had a lot of good songs.
And wasn't it Come Do the Joyride? Wasn't that?
That was them too. Come to the joyride. Yeah, they had a lot of good songs. They had a lot of good songs, but no more. What's the point? I don't even. I'm not a big believer of when someone passes away, putting someone in there, especially when it's a duet, like a
it's like
duo.
A lot of these doo-wop groups from the late 50s into the 60s. You know, appearing live at the Beacon Theater, the Coasters. And there's like a coaster from back then still alive.
Like
Everybody
there has
else
to
is
be
like
more than
30
one.
years old.
Like I can deal with like
the Drifters,
the Journey. I can deal with Journey because they're all the same except the lead singer.
Well,
which I love, obviously Steve Perry, but the guy who took his place has been with them now for like
long time,
10, 15, a long time. And he's very, very good. I mean, he sounds just like Steve Perry. So I'm going to give that a pass. And I've seen them with him and he's very, very good. So I'm going to give them a pass.
Well, even like Queen, with Adam Lambert and all that.
Yeah, I'll give them a pass too. I'll give them a pass because you know what? It's all the same. Everybody.
Yeah.
It was a collaborative thing. You know what I mean? So I'll give that a pass too. But when you have the oldies from like the 50s and 60s,
Again,
and everybody's
Drifters,
gone
the
except
Coasters,
one.
And there's like 7 of them. And now there's only one alive.
And then a whole bunch of fillers.
And again, they're all like 30, 32, 35 years old. They weren't even alive in the 60s.
I don't like that. I don't like that. Yeah, you have to kind of stick, with what you got. And
as long
you know
as
what I
there's
mean?
at least one of them, they can officially call themselves
No.
the Coasters, the Drifters, the Platters,
You need
Frankie
more than
Valli
one.
and the Four Reasons.
need-
Seasons, whatever.
More than one. And then we also lost Carol Spinney, who is the voice of Big Bird and Oscar.
Big Bird and Oscar the Grouch.
And maybe to some people you're like, whatever. But to me,
No,
like
man.
my entire education was based on Sesame Street. I mean, like seriously.
Oh.
Love it. I love it.
Circles.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I learned that on Sesame Street.
4 root beer floats. Whoa.
I mean, Sesame Street was amazing. I don't know, and I love the Muppets too. So Sesame Street, the Muppets, I love all that. So and you know what's weird? When it's a different voice, you can tell.
Well, it's like Fred Flintstone. There were 2 Freds and there were 2 Barneys as well.
Yep.
It's like, whoa, what's that? Hey, Fred. Barney voice. That's not Mel Blanc.
Sometimes you can notice.
What's that? Hey, Barney. That's not Alan Reed.
Yeah, it's somebody else. Yeah, sometimes you can notice. But Sesame Street has someone who took. Not Ernie actually is pretty good, but Bert, whoever plays Bert now, it doesn't sound like Bert.
No.
Don't please. It doesn't sound like Bert. Ernie's good.
I see him on the farmers insurance.
The
commercial.
farmers.
I'm like, wait a minute, something's weird.
I
About
love
Bert.
it. And did you know at the Macy's Day Parade, Snuffleupagus was there?
No.
Yeah, Snuffleupagus was there in New York at the Macy's Thanksgiving Day Parade.
I must have missed it. I'm so sorry.
Yeah, you can Google it. Because I was pretty excited because you don't usually see Snuffleupagus. You don't see him.
He's kind of, for
Well,
the
'cause
longest time I didn't think he existed.
Well, he was
Except for
imaginary.
Big Bird.
He was in Big Bird's imagination, but he really wasn't. He always met him like in the barn. He always met him like, you know what I mean, in that barn in the back.
Yep.
Sketchy.
Around the side.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I love Snuffleupagus. So, yeah, so Carol Spinney, the voices of, and he was 85 years old. So, it's going to happen, unfortunately. But, yeah, so Big Bird and Oscar are going to sound different. Just keep that in mind. They're going to sound like different people. And that's, well, not that they're people, but just keep that in mind.
Different characters. Well, they may as well be.
Mm-hmm.
You ever thought that Snuffleupagus was ever high?
Who was high?
Never thought that.
Oh,
I never thought Snuffleupagus was high, Ruben. I don't know where we're thinking and why we're thinking.
yeah. Now, this is all this 1 week. This is all within a week. This is it's
I know it's
interesting.
been a busy week for
a
Lawrence.
rapper, Juice WRLD. He was 21. He also passed away. He had one song I recognized. I didn't know anything else. He was fairly new to the scene.
He's 21. How old could he be?
Yeah, and he just signed a contract to actually, be under a label. He just signed it, and it's never going to happen.
Well.
So he died, 21 years old, and to a lot of people who are in that scene, it's pretty big news for them. But he had one song, I think Lucid Dreams. I think that's the one I know. There's one song he had that I actually recognized, but he passed away this week as well. I mean, it's like, what's going on? Why is everybody dying? It's very strange. It's just people just keep dying. And then we had that. So also Rene Auberjonois, he also passed away from Benson, and he was in something else too. Benson and he was on Star Trek, and that was interesting to mention because I know Rob Winter was very upset about it when he had mentioned.
I'm none too pleased.
He was not pleased about it, and Rene Auberjonois. Auberjonois. Rene Auberjonois. He was 79 years old. Passed away also of cancer. Cancer sucks, dude. Cancer is so stupid. Like, it is. Can we talk about cancer for a second?
Ahead.
I just got to take a moment.
Go ahead.
Why haven't we cured this friggin' disease yet?
do you want me to,
seriously,
answer the question or tell you the
truth? Why haven't we cured it?
You want the answer you want, or you want me to tell you the truth?
Oh, I know the truth. I know the truth. It annoys me.
Yeah.
Because we've had billions of dollars going towards cancer research and trying to find a cure. But, once you cure it, there goes all the drugs and everything that everybody's paying for.
Follow
all
the
that
money.
You know what I mean? It's
Follow the money.
I just find it really interesting. Like, because you know what I was thinking about? No, this will make me think about it. I was thinking about how, because I was watching something about Queen, and oh my God, can I just tell you that on my recital, I picked a song by Queen. It is like amazing, and my kids love it, which I'm so happy because I was scared they'd be like, oh, this is stupid because they're like 10 or 12.
Yeah.
They're 10. And I said, I'm going to play a song for you. It's by Queen, and you're going to dance to it. And they were like, oh no, we love this song. So that made me very happy. I just want to say that. I'm not even going to say what song it is. I can't wait. I'm so excited. I started choreographing because I don't want anybody to copy me.
Okay,
I get copied. That was Don't Stop Me Now from Queen. Yeah.
Stop. Stop.
What?
Stop.
Is that what you're thinking?
Yes.
Yeah, that's it. It's such a great song because it starts really slow and then it goes really fast. And it's fast for the whole song. I mean, it's fast for the whole song. Wow. So the kids and the girls in my class are former cheerleaders.
Just had a somewhere down the crazy river moment again. Did you know that?
Oh, yeah. Good. Because that's the song I picked, yeah.
Wow.
And they love it. They love it. So
Good.
I started choreographing it last Saturday, and I can't even wait to go to class because I'm so excited about this song.
Nice.
But anyways, the reason I was watching a documentary about Queen because I am a huge Freddie Mercury fan. I just love Queen. I love everything about them. And I told you I was in London when he passed away.
Yeah.
And so they were talking about AIDS and what an epidemic it was in the 80s and how people were just dropping like flies from AIDS, dropping. I mean, it was
Very
bad. And it wasn't just gay, men and women, but it was also drug users.
Yeah.
And then also straight people because it would transmit and go from
Well, to
person to
tell you
person.
what, you didn't. Sometimes back then, 30 some years ago, you
80.
didn't know. You didn't know who you were getting with.
No,
you
and
know?
I think the first one was like 84 was maybe the first
I
case,
believe
something
you're
like that.
right.
But the crazy thing is like, you never hear about. I mean, it was like killing everybody.
I know.
Everybody was scared. Nobody would even have sex. And then Magic Johnson. That's what I always think about. How he has been living with it to this day,
Damn
still
near 30
alive,
years.
and yeah. And I'm like, how? And you never hear about anybody having AIDS.
Nope.
You just don't. Nobody says, "Oh, he has AIDS." Never. Right. So explain to me how that happened, and then cancer. Like, no. It's just very strange to me. Like,
Well, because there's so many different strains and so many different intricacies from one form of cancer to another.
And listen. Here's the thing.
like
It's
cure
it
cancer.
is what it is. We know what it is. We know what it is and how it works. And what did I see? And I'm reticent to go into detail because I don't remember the details. But I saw something not too long ago. I read something not too long ago. Yes, I read. Go figure.
Oh.
It's true. That there is this medication, lack of a better word, that goes right at it and literally reverses what it does. Okay, and all of a sudden, boom, done. But you hear virtually nothing about it because why? You make more money treating it than what you do curing it.
Exactly.
You're going to have Joe, Bob, and Mary coming in for, a treatment every month until further notice versus they come in 4 times and done.
It's bizarre.
It's follow the money.
Yeah,
it's
it is.
follow
It's
the money.
messed up. So yeah, because everybody I'm reading here has pretty much died of cancer. So it's enough with the cancer. Enough with the cancer.
That's enough with the cancer
Enough-
already. I don't
enough
like
with
the
the
snappy
cancer.
caps of Snappy Peppy. Nope, no, sir.
Actor Rob Lieben. I don't know if anybody. He played Rachel's dad on Friends. So of course, I knew who it was.
Oh, I thought it was maybe part of the Def Leppard thing. Old Doc Lieben.
No, not
Altan Globen.
Lieben.
Lieben.
Yeah.
Old Doc Lieben. Old Doc Lieben. No. No.
But yeah, he was actor, and he was actually used to play on Alice as well. So how weird is that?
Wow.
He played Linda Lavin's
Love interest.
Yeah, so it's weird. Isn't that strange? Yeah. So I don't know. All the Alice people are going away. So he passed away as well. Probably cancer. I didn't even read it. Robert Walker. He's from Star Trek. TV Star Trek also passed away.
Oh, he was that weird looking
The kid. Yeah.
young guy that was. Oh, I remember him.
I remember. Yeah, he was
gave
on
me
the old
creeps.
Star Trek.
Yeah, the
Rob
initial
Winter.
first Star Trek. Yeah.
Yes, the very first
he
Star
creeped
Trek.
me out, that guy. Ooh.
And then there was Shelley Morrison, and she played Rosario Salazar
Rosario.
on Will and Grace.
Yeah,
She also
yeah.
passed away. This is insane. It's just-
Shelley Morrison. What? And she played perfectly. I might
Rosario
add.
Salazar.
Yeah.
Yeah, she did. She did. She certainly did. It's just like nonstop. I mean, now we're getting older, but that's like the recent stuff. That was a while
Yeah.
ago. But and then so all this stuff happens, and then here in New Jersey we had, and it actually made national news because
Yes,
it was
it
on
did.
the Boston news. But we had a big shootout with some psychopaths in Jersey City, shot a bunch
That
of
upset
people,
me. I
and
have to tell you, that
killed
upset me.
a police officer.
Joe Seals was his name.
Detective Joseph Seals,
Yep.
a father of 4 or 5.
5.
Father of 5.
5 kids.
And he had been on the force for quite some time.
13 years. He's 40
Thank you.
years old.
Yep.
He'd been on the force since he was 27.
Yep.
And, of course, you hear it. You hear, again, it's like the old Carlin bit, and when you die, they say all these nice things about you. Too late,
Yeah.
He was a jerk-off, but a well-meaning jerk-off, but this guy was supposedly a real stand-up guy, a good police officer,
Yep.
good at what he did. He got himself involved with a couple of real bad jerk-off dudes.
Idiots.
The good news is
Morons.
the good news is the two of them, however, are also no longer with us.
Yes,
Good riddance
that's
to
true.
bad rubbish. But I mean,
That's
that
true.
just sucks. He's going to work, doing his thing. Doing the good thing, the right thing, the decent thing, and now that upset me. I was watching that last
Yeah.
night, and I have to say that I had to walk away for a minute because it was really beginning to upset me. Just thinking about how, okay, he's fine. He's off to the next big adventure. He's fine. But how his family and his colleagues and his
I
neighbors,
know.
must all be handling this.
These little kids, the kids.
Stop. That's what I'm saying.
Just
Ugh.
ridiculous. And just like, thoughtless and just, and I have
I haven't
utmost
seen any
respect
news today.
for.
Do we know any more about how what that whole situation was yesterday? Because
I
they're thinking
didn't
is
see
maybe it was
today.
like a drug thing or maybe a gun thing gone bad.
That's a good question. We'll get back to that.
Okay.
I'll do some research.
Stay
on that.
tuned. More news on the hour on Action Central News, kids.
Yes. And then, so again, another death, a very good friend of mine. We worked together at WNBP, which was a oldie station in Newburyport, Massachusetts. We used to sit in the same room together. It was this big, and we were the only two salespeople in there. And he used to make me laugh every single day. The funniest man, and amazing voiceover artist. Amazing. His voice is on a lot of car commercials. You probably could hear it now. A lot of national commercials.
Wow.
And he was the announcer for the New England Patriots.
I'll be darned.
And so the home games, that was his voice.
On the radio or on TV?
On TV.
Wow.
Yeah.
Really?
Yep.
Good for him.
Yeah.
Man.
And he passed away at 60.
Come on.
And shocked me. Did. Because
Yeah.
And it's weird because, I haven't seen him since I moved to Jersey. But I did see him, that job was like one of my last ones before I moved to Jersey. And we kept in touch via Facebook like most people do. So it was always like the happy birthday, how you doing, happy birthday. And we just spoke maybe 2-3 months ago online because I was listening to Patriots game. And I said, 'cause sometimes he didn't do the announcing. He shared it with somebody else, I think. So I said, "Oh, is that you?" And he said, "Oh, yeah, that's me." I was like, "I knew it was you." It was like that kind of thing. And then I look on his Facebook and he's dead. It just like effed me up, honestly. And it's weird because when people die that you don't expect, like it's not like he was sick and oh my God, he's sick. I hope he makes it. It was just he died, just like that, at 6 years old. So. Rest in peace, Rob.
And how?
It's just very strange, very weird to lose him. But prayers for his family. Miss you, Rob. Rob Schuler, awesome guy. So yeah, that's that for deaths.
That's enough.
Not good. I don't like the deaths. I don't like the death stuff. It's horrible.
No.
I wanted to talk about. We're gonna do a little football talking, and seriously. I really, really, really wish the Giants could have beat the Eagles. Why? You have Manning. Like, why can't you? Why?
Al Waller at work and I talked about this, and Al may call in. Al, 609-807-2492. Get on the phone, get on the line. Yeah. We talked about this on Monday, and the first half of that game, it was a nationally televised game on ESPN on Monday night. The first half of that game, it was like, to quote Forrest Gump, it was like olden times. He was just, throwing it, slinging it, handing it off, doing the thing with all of his teammates, and 17 points in the first half, and done. It's like the coaching staff got together at halftime and said, "Okay, we're going to do the prevent offense. We're just going to run the ball and effort to run the clock out for 30 minutes. Are you kidding me? The man's been doing this for 16 years. Okay, he's a Walter Payton Man of the Year." Which is for off the field stuff, of course. But meaning he's a good, smart, bright, intelligent fellow. He's a 2-time Super Bowl most valuable player. Let the guy, number 10, come out on the field and do what he knows how to do with the guys he has around him. Just let it rip. I'm not saying throw 55-yard bombs every play, but just let him manage the game for a change, Coach. Okay, Pat Shurmur. Yeah, the NFL for you, it stands for not for long. Okay, it really does.
It seems to be going around lately.
Yes, they could have won that. They really could or should have won it. But now, here's the other side of that coin. And again, Al and I discussed this at work. As disappointed as I am in them not winning it, I'm not upset. Okay?
Yeah.
Still, with one of this year, worst records in the NFL, which means what? Come next spring? A high draft pick. Yes. So, you know what? For Eli's sake, I thought it was fantastic because I was at the game, the first game of the 2004 season in the Philadelphia when they put him in later in the game.
Yeah.
He got annihilated. I mean, he was like a deer in headlights with a bunch of Mack trucks coming at him. That's the year, however, that the Eagles did go to the Super Bowl against
the New England Patriots.
Exactly right.
And the New England Patriots should have won that too. But anyway.
That they did.
No, they lost.
Yes, not back then. They didn't.
I thought you were talking about
no,
that. Oh, I thought you were talking about the Super Bowl.
Yeah, Super Bowl in 04.
In 04? No, I'm talking about the one.
A couple years ago. No, this is going back when Eli
you're going way back.
Again,
okay.
Eli's first ever game.
Confused me.
Okay.
I don't even like hearing.
2004.
I don't like hearing those teams in the same sentence.
And, it was one of those things. I'm like, oh, man, geez, what are you going to do? And he's had a great career. He may not be done, but let him do his thing. I don't know.
Yeah.
High draft pick.
It was upsetting. I was upset by it. Let's just put it that way. I was because I really didn't like it. But, it's like I've noticed. So, if anybody watched the Patriots-Chiefs game, and this is the thing that's driving me crazy because, and obviously I'm a Patriots fan. Well, it was their offense was off, but that wasn't even the case. The calls that these refs were making were like absolutely ridiculous. I mean, and it's not just that game. They've been lately. And I've noticed this, not just in the NFL, but also in hockey and baseball. Like this year, I've noticed the refs have been making the crappiest calls. And, there were two calls in particular where, the Patriots had a touchdown, and you could see it in the replay. You can see it in the still photos. You can see it in the video. He was not over the line.
No, he wasn't.
He wasn't out of bounds, but yet.
It's a good play. It's a very great, well executed.
Called it out of bounds anyway because they're assholes. Yeah. Then there was a holding and in the picture you can see the Kansas City Chiefs guy is literally draped over the Patriots, has his head and his whole body like this, which would have been called in any other game. Not in that one. Wasn't called holding at all. And it's bad, and it's not my biased opinion because I went on a Facebook fan page for the Chiefs.
Okay.
On the Facebook fan page, the Chiefs Facebook fan page, it said right on the top, it said, wasn't a real win, but we'll take it anyway.
Oh.
Swear to God, I put it on my Facebook because I didn't believe it. And the guy wrote, the Patriots had a lot of bad calls and missed out on 2 touchdowns, but we'll take the win anyway. That's the fan page for the Chiefs. So when you got the Chiefs saying that, the calls were bad. The calls were bad.
Well, the NFL meetings are going on right now out west someplace. I forget where, California, who the hell knows. But I supposedly I understand that maybe, and don't quote me on this, but maybe they're going to fix some things on the fly with some of these rules, with some of these officiating related rules. We'll see.
Why don't they just hire some refs? But you know what it is? But here's the thing. I've noticed in hockey, too. A lot of weird calls in hockey. Some weird things. So then I started thinking about it. I started mulling it in my mind. And I've come up, I know the reason why this is happening.
Okay.
Sports betting.
Oh.
Because sports betting was illegal in most states.
Yeah.
And only recently, in the past year, 2 years, has it started to become legal. In New Jersey, it's legal. I mean, there's a lot of states now. Now there's, I think there's 33 states where it's legal now.
Right.
33. So here's my thought process, because before the betting was limited to Vegas, you
Right.
know, and now everyone can go on DraftKings and what's the other one, FanDuel, and just bet. So I'm wondering, do you think? Because I think that the betting is influencing the refs' calls. Because there's a lot of money involved.
Oh, there's a hell of a lot of money.
Like millions and millions of dollars. And I just thought about it. I said, you know what? There's so much money being exchanged now.
What do you think? 609-807-2492. We're taking calls.
I really think so. I think the sports betting being legalized in as many states and even more states to come,
Right.
I think is
Maybe factoring in?
influencing. I think so. I absolutely think so. I think because let me tell you something. You got the Patriots and the Chiefs. The Patriots were favored to win.
Yes, they
okay?
were.
The odds were so explain. And I don't know what the spread was, but those calls were just stupid. And I'm thinking to myself, is there something in it for the refs?
Well, that's the first. When you were saying this, I'm thinking to myself, okay, this would be weird if somebody went to the ref crew and said, you know, kind of like, hey, come here. You want an extra 10 G's this weekend? Extra 10 G's? Shh, right. Just like the Sesame Street guy.
Yeah, I
you know?
loved him.
And so do me a favor. The Chiefs, they got to win by X amount. You understand? Good.
I mean,
now go do your thing.
And don't think that that's like an outrageous
No, it's
statement,
not.
because it's been done for years.
it's
I mean,
not
look at poor
outrageous.
Pete Rose. I mean, you know, it's been done for years.
Oh, please.
You know, I mean, this is what I'm saying. It's not like this is outrageous, but now now that because it's legal in all these different states, who's to say there isn't some greasing going on?
Right? No.
I'm sorry.
It's anything is possible. Anything is
And let me be
possible.
the first to say, if this came out as happening, I wouldn't be surprised.
Yeah.
Not at all.
That's a damn shame, you know? I mean, because
it's
I
not-
love the games.
Yeah.
I do. I like going to a hockey game. Boy, nothing better than being at a hockey game, okay? Even a basketball game. I told you, Jack, my son and I, we went to a Knicks Sixers game a few years ago. What a great atmosphere. New York, Philly, on the court, Madison Square Garden. How could you go wrong?
Fun.
Just fun. Thank you.
Love it.
Okay? Baseball. Holy freight, I'm a
Love it.
Mets fan, but you know what? I will go to whatever game and wherever, because why? It's enjoyable. And please, football, you know, as you yourself would say, that's my jam. Okay, between playing and then not in high school and then not playing for 18 years and getting involved with semi-professional amateur football and still involved with it off the field. I don't play anymore. Man, I wish I could. But that's, you know what? It's great. One of my colleagues said, Bob Jones. He shared a video with me, the 1939 NFL championship. It was the New York.
What year?
39.
Ooh.
Yeah, my dad was 10. It was the New York Football Giants against the Green Bay Packers, and it was played at the stadium in Milwaukee. It wasn't even in Green Bay, but it was out there. It was in Milwaukee. Let me tell you what. You want to know how much fun big sports like this has been for so long? That place was just packed to the top of the stadium. People were enthusiastic.
And they dress nice.
Yes.
They dress nice.
Shirts and ties, ladies
that
with
cool?
hats, you know.
Fedoras.
But we went out. But with the football back then, and it being so cold for whatever reason, why even in Wisconsin, it was probably 90% men at the game, or at least that they showed on the
fedoras on men.
Please, you know.
Yeah. Like Indiana Jones.
Yeah. And it was just, you could see that everybody there, they had shots of people around the crowd. There was an older gentleman who in a weird way kind of reminded me of my grandfather. He had the black overcoat, shirt and tie, the fedora, glasses, and he was, like this. He was having fun. Now, you got all this horseshit, bullshit, betting. I mean, it's always gone on. You're right.
Yeah,
it's always
sure.
gone on. But it was always kind of, again, shh, come here. You want to bet?
It's
Now
money.
it's, I don't know.
Money.
Are they
Money.
again?
Period. Money.
And to me, are they putting the harsh on the mellow, so to speak? Because I love my games. I don't. a couple few years ago, I tried FanDuel. I have an account. I have to confess, it's been 2 or 3 seasons since I've even logged in. It's not that fun to me to do that. Okay, it just isn't. It's like people, we got to go to Atlantic City.
You're not a
we
gambler.
got to go
You're
to
not a
Parks
gambler.
Casino.
Yeah, I don't want to do it.
Go ahead.
I don't want to do it because I don't want to lose.
Thank you. I don't want.
And I get gambling's about winning and losing, but I just don't want to lose.
No, I don't
So
wanna give my
I might do a
money
little
away.
little tiny, but like people blow like thousands of dollars. Get the hell out of here.
No.
Dude, I'm not down
And
with
this
that.
goes back years and years too, illegally. I told you this story. My grandfather, the policeman out in Berwick, Pennsylvania, and every Friday he would get a call from 3 houses down. Mrs. Lewis would call because Mr. Lewis would stop at the Elks, of which my grandfather was also a member. First of all, he'd get a little stinky drunk. Second of all, he'd blow damn near his whole paycheck on the one-armed bandit in the back room. Wink, wink. So he comes stumbling home feeling bad. Stop on the way, get a quart of ice cream for the kids because he felt bad. And Mrs. Lewis, where's your paycheck? Well, I was at the Elks, So she'd call up, ring, ring, and my grandmother, hello? Oh, hi, Mrs. Oh, okay, I'll have Hurley stop by. Okay, he'll see you in a little while. And my grandfather would go up to the Elks and say to whomever, okay, Phil, let's have the key for the one-armed bandit because Joe Lewis or Phil Lewis lost his paycheck in there. It's illegal. And blah, 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 blah. I looked the other way. So he would just go in, get the money, go drive down, from uptown to down on Hughes Street and give Mrs. Lewis the money. And there'd be old Lewis sitting in the chair like, oh, I'm a real dink. Well, yeah, you are a little bit of a dink. Don't do that.
Don't do that.
Don't, your whole paycheck. Get the hell out of here. Maybe a few pulls and then knock it off. That's enough. Mm-hmm. Plus, back then, again, highly illegal.
Right.
Highly illegal.
Right.
This is what, the 30s or 40s, I'm thinking. Probably the 40s.
Right.
And it's always going on. Mm-hmm. The punch cards, that they have at the fireman, the fire hall social club, the Russian club, the Garibaldi, the Maria Assunta Society, the Ranger Hose Company that has a bar, or whomever else, and there's always the little games behind the bar. Hey, Trace, you want to play?
Sure. Keno.
You want to play a little Keno? You want to play the punch?
Keno.
You want to play the punch board?
Sure.
$2.
Yep.
Gambling. All of a sudden, you're into it for $25.
Yep.
Yes, I know 25 doesn't divide into 2 or vice versa, but I'm just saying.
Right.
All of a sudden, all the money you came with is gone.
Which is, I just.
And this is where I think you're onto something.
I just think.
I think you might be onto something.
And like I said, it wasn't just. I was thinking about it because it wasn't just that game.
No.
There were other games that I've seen, different teams, where there's these very questionable calls.
It's either how was or how wasn't that a call.
Yeah, very strange. And then hockey, even. I mean, there was like tripping, and then nobody calls the tripping. But they called the tripping on the other team. So something's off, and I really feel like it has to do with betting being legalized in all these states, sports betting, I should say.
I understand.
I really believe it. I really believe it.
See a game. Just play the damn game.
I'm telling you, it's going to come out, and then you're going to say, Tracy Paris said it on Real Town with John and Tracy. I said it this day. So when it does come out, and then it's a big thing,
11th of December,
you can call me for an interview.
Exactly.
Because I know what's up.
No kidding. I mean, it's. I don't intend to necessarily to be Mr. Milk and Cookies, but you know what? Just play the game.
No,
Have
of course.
some fun. Play the damn game, and do the right thing. Okay, you want some guys to bet on it around the way. Okay, whatever. But you know what? Let them play the game.
But it's like, don't do drugs. It's not good for you. You're going to do them, so don't bet. You're going to lose money. You're going to bet.
I know.
You're not me either. But people.
Which leads us to our next topic: don't smoke crack.
Because crack is whack.
No, seriously. I mean, what's the old saying? All things in moderation. Whether it's food, whether it's alcoholic beverages, whether it's gambling, whether it's
addictions,
shopping.
There is a Gamblers Anonymous.
Of course,
it doesn't exist. Because people gamble, and they like gamble their lives. They gamble their houses.
Every Friday, back in the 75 years ago, in little old Berwick, Pennsylvania, there was old Mr. Lewis putting damn near his old paycheck in the slot machine in the back room.
True.
Don't do that.
True that.
Again, few times, and if you're not winning, it's enough. Walk away. That's what I do.
Agreed.
Dad used to like to go. He still would love to, but he's not up to it. He likes to go to the casino. He loves to go. He loves Atlantic City.
Me too.
He enjoys going to Parks Casino. And they're all nice.
Smoky.
Well, there is that, but
Parks is particularly smoky.
and so is Mohegan's Sun up in Wilkes-Barre, because it's the
smoky.
same thing, one big round room.
It's a circle.
And but they're nice, I mean, it's not these creepy, scummy, casinos of years and years ago. They're well put together. They have nice dining. They have good entertainment.
You go to the Freehold Raceway, that's like scuzzy.
Well,
by the way.
that's seen better days, I'm sure.
That's really gross.
Yeah.
I just want to say that.
I understand.
Yucky.
But he loves going to the casino. So, up until about a year ago, every now and again, he'd say, hey, if I'm up to it this weekend, what do you say we get down to Parks? It's not as far. I don't feel like doing that drive to Atlantic City. All right, Dad, we'll go to Parks. And we go. And I literally, I will bring $20, maybe 30 or 40 if
I might be a little more adventurous than you. I might do the 50.
If I'm feeling sassy, I might make it 30 or 40.
A little sassy.
And you know what? The one I like, just I don't know why. If I'm going to do anything, I sit and I like to watch. I like to watch them play, and I'll play a little bit of roulette. And then you know what? When my money's gone, I am not going to the ATM.
No.
I'm done.
You're done.
I find something to eat. I find a ball, because there's all kinds of TVs.
Some ice cream.
Yeah. I get a hamburger, maybe a little dinner, maybe some ice cream,
sure.
nice, and I find a ball game.
Yeah.
And you know what? Between the ball game and the people watching, oh man, what could be better entertainment? Right. Oh my goodness!
I like that. And if you go in the summer, you go to the pool
or pond. Pond would be good for me. That's down in Atlantic City.
Atlantic City, right.
Yeah.
Right. You can go to the pool.
Right next over at Parks is the racetrack. It used to be Philadelphia Park, but now it's Parks Racing and Casino.
Correct.
And I told you I have a high school chum of mine. He does horses. He has thoroughbreds, and he races them
big
here
money.
at Monmouth.
More big
he
money.
races them, no whammies.
There's some stuff going on in that too. I mean, we had some disqualifications in like major races. And
there's that.
the
was
Kentucky
really weird.
Derby disqualification. Strange. And then I saw it again in I don't remember which race it was. Another disqualification. It's very strange. Some strange stuff going on.
Strange days indeed.
Strange stuff. Speaking of football, though.
Yeah.
I need your opinion.
Go ahead.
So have you been reading about the whole Michael Vick thing?
Some, because that just annoys me, but go ahead.
So, as you know, they are trying to induct him right now. So I got to make sure I get this right. So it's like the Pro Bowl. It's like a Legends captain. To induct him as a Legends captain in the Pro Bowl. Do I have that right?
Yeah,
that's what it is.
Like an honorary team captain.
Correct.
Yeah.
Correct. And here's my issue. And I want to make it very clear. I understand that he went to prison for I think 16 months or 18 months. He went to prison for dogfighting. I am aware that he paid. This is the people who are for it are saying he paid his dues. He paid his price. I get that. But you have to understand one thing. Yes, he did go to prison, for the dogfighting. If you look online and see what this entailed. It wasn't like he took a couple of dogs and threw them in a ring and called it a day. No, this was like an ongoing, lengthy, torturous.
It was a scene. It was a bad scene.
The dogs had their faces ripped off and their mouths ripped off, legs broken.
Yeah.
And he would kill them. He would kill them, put another one in, puppies. He would have bait dogs. I mean, it was very intense. He ran a business. Very intense. So we're not talking about a couple dogs and then he killed a couple. No, we're talking a massive amount of dogs, like in the hundreds, that were killed in a vicious, disgusting way for money. So what he did is pretty awful. Now, you're all saying, oh, he paid his dues. Okay, yeah, he went to jail. He did get punished for it. But why do you celebrate him? He already got back into football, right? Mm-hmm. He got paid millions of dollars. I think it was the Eagles that picked him up first when he got out of jail.
They did, yeah.
Millions of dollars. He now is a commentator getting paid tons of money. He got stuff back. It's not like he came out of jail and he's sitting in a room rocking back and forth, and they're like, "I'll give the guy a break. Come on, he's paying his dues." No. That's not what it's about. What people are saying is they're fine with him having his life back, which he does. They're fine with him playing football again, which he did when he got out. They're fine with him being a commentator. This is not the issue. The issue is the honorary stature that they're giving him. That's what the issue is, because it's pretty friggin' horrific what he did. It's horrific. And you're talking about people who are huge animal lovers, and it's such a big deal that they have 500,000 signatures. 500,000 signatures as of today. 500,000 to say don't do it. And I need people to understand it's not because we're saying he doesn't deserve to live a life. Because he's lived a better life out of jail than anybody who hasn't committed any crime. He's doing very good for himself, everybody. So don't feel sorry for him.
He's done all right since
don't feel sorry for him. Because I'm looking on social media, and most people are against him having this role. But there are those occasional people who are like, oh, he paid his due. Really? Because I saw the pictures, I saw the documentary, and as a matter of fact, there's another documentary coming out.
Oh boy!
About it, and it is going to show. I think Brian Gumbel's doing it, and it's going to show, everything leading up to where he is now, and it's actually more of a congratulatory. It's not a documentary. They will show the dogfighting. They said they will show it. They did say it is going to be disturbing, and it is going to be horrific, but it will lead up to where he is now. So it's more like, look where he's come from. So I want everybody to watch that, because it's really interesting to see that what he did, again, was he killed over and over and over and over again, and watched these animals like die in a torturous way.
I couldn't do it. There's no way.
And for money, by the way, and he was a football player. Just keep that in mind. So it's not like he was like this homeless guy doing it.
No.
He was a football player before he went to jail.
With the
He was
Falcons,
with the Falcons. Thank you. So he was making a ton of money, as it was. So don't celebrate this guy. He's fine. He's doing great. He's doing much better than all of you. Trust me. He's doing fine. You do not need to honor him. You do not need to honor him. And I signed that petition. I hope everybody does, because he is fine. Don't worry about him. He's got a nicer house than you do. You know what I'm saying?
I do.
And I just had to say that because it's irritating
If
me.
it were up to me, I'd not have him do it, and for a variety of reasons, not the least of which, of course, is that. Because, okay, I understand that this is now going back, when was this, like 2006 and 7, that it all hit the fan.
Sure.
And it was like, what, 09 or 10 till he finally got out and got himself reestablished for a few seasons, and then his career was over because he lost time, and he was good, but he wasn't as physically great as he used to be.
Right.
It happens. I mean, okay, objectively speaking, you know what? Eagles, good call. You needed a little juice back when you picked him up. He did some good things for you on the field. Boom, boom, done. Okay, very nice. Happy birthday, all right? But you're right. Now, people will say,
Well, back when this was all done, all this, all these penalties, making it a federal felony, for abusing dogs and animals wasn't in place.
Right.
stop. I get it. You're right. It wasn't. But this is a variation of just because you can does not mean you should. Okay? Just because you can say that, well, it was a different time. Here's the thing. He's still doing his thing to whatever degree. And objectively, I'm not saying that he shouldn't. I don't care for it, to be honest with you. But back to, first of all, let me finish the dog thought. It is now, or it is now about to be a felony.
He actually signed it. Trump signed it, so
okay.
It's done.
Good call, good move. Whenever that takes effect, whether it was last week or in 18 seconds, good. Because don't do that. Okay? Again, like I tell my son since he was old enough and very small, though, but old enough to get it, be good, be nice, behave, be kind, be patient, be a friend, but don't take any undue crap from people. That's a variation of that. Okay, that's B number 7.
Sure.
Okay, be a friend, not just to you or me, but I'm about to get upset, but to these
Living creatures.
little friends
Yep.
that you have made unfriendly.
Right.
You made them unfriendly.
Right.
Because of how you taught them to be and act, interact, counteract, and react. You have made them into little monsters. Don't freaking do that.
Right.
Please don't do that. Now, you know what? You do it, and it's a felony. Good for you. Okay? Go ahead. Get caught, jerk-offs. Go ahead. Get caught.
Right.
Okay? Now, personally, I can't watch him on TV. I can't. Okay?
Yep.
And not because of that per se, but because, okay, we're on Hamilton Radio, on Facebook, this, that, and the other. This is not, Hot Rock and Flame Throwing Z100, or this is not the NBC Nightly News with World News Tonight with David Muir, number 1, whatever. It's what it is. But I fancy myself a bit of a purist-ish broadcaster, okay? Example, I'm upset about something, they're passionate about something when I let some of the language go, because I was trained and I still am very reticent to do it. You don't do that on radio. You just don't, okay? I have my FCC card in my wallet, okay, from 1982. And you don't get an FCC, you don't need one anymore. Technically, you should have one. Why not? But you don't get it without being decent, okay?
Correct.
This guy, he gets on there. He's no broadcaster. He's just a guy from around wherever he's from, pontificating in a way that I forget what it was he was saying. But Tracy, let me tell you something.
Yes.
The one time I did, I forget. I don't even know where he works, and man, I don't care. It's every time he opened his mouth in like the 3 minutes of him being around there, stupid came out. It's as simple as that.
Yeah.
Now, I don't know if it was
How do you
his
get it-
first day or his 1,001st day. And again, I don't care. Mike, you know what? You were fun to watch at Virginia Tech, Atlanta, and Philly, and I forget where he ended up. Was it Pittsburgh, maybe? But wherever. It was fun watching you do what you could do back then on the football field. Go away. Go away.
I'm going to agree with you.
Go
on that.
away.
I'm going to agree with you.
Because
on that.
you're, and this is not a shot, and I might be incorrect here, but here I'll frame it this way: you're not.
He's an analyst on Fox Sports. Just to let you know.
So
Just to let
you
you know.
don't come across as intelligent, Mike, when you're on the thing, or at least when I saw it, you didn't. I'm not saying you're stupid. You might be, but you sure as hell didn't come across as intelligent and knowing
So
what you were
you
talking
can't
about.
watch him, and it has
I
nothing to
can't.
do with his dogfighting. It has to do with the fact that you think he sucks as an analyst.
To me, because it's right there.
Yeah.
That's what you see.
Yeah.
That's what he's doing.
Right.
That's what you're absorbing at that moment. Okay. Now, the very next thought, because that's in the front of my brain, right here. Okay?
Right.
The very next thought behind it is the dog stuff.
Yep.
Then I think they gave this Cafone. Why am I not doing this?
Right.
Or someone like me. Or
Right,
you.
right.
Or who. They gave this clown
Yeah.
the ability to pontificate and come across as stupid as a freaking bag of hammers. Dude, shut up.
And now they want to honor him
Oh, no. No.
at the Pro Bowl.
You know what? Well, okay. Here's the good news about that. At least it's not at the Super Bowl.
Well, that's true.
Okay?
That's true. The bright side.
I'm just saying.
Yeah.
Now, if it's the JFL, the John Football League, Mike, you know what? You had your time. You were great, and we're not doing this.
Yeah.
But
Negative.
thanks for being in the pool of possible participants.
Negative.
We're gonna have what's the guy's name? Marshall. We're going to have Jim Marshall do it. Who's Jim Marshall, you ask? I'm glad you asked. Jim Marshall's a guy from the Minnesota Vikings back in the 60s and 70s who picked up a fumble and ran it in for a touchdown the wrong way.
Ah!
Okay, we're gonna honor him instead because he took all the slings and arrows for years.
Sure,
about that.
I bet.
But and he handled it good naturedly. You, no, you're a dope. You don't come off well on TV, and again, I can't get that dog fighting thing out
No.
of my head. Right or wrong?
So sign the petition.
Right or wrong?
Add to that 500,000.
Absolutely.
Because that's pretty significant number. And,
Yeah, that's not small potatoes
No.
to me.
No,
It
because
is
people
not.
feel it's just, and especially when you look at the pictures and the video, and oh my God.
No, I don't want to look
No,
at the
you
pictures
don't.
in the
You don't,
video,
because
Trace,
it gave me nightmares for a very long time. But I watched it because I needed to know. I mean, I needed to know because I needed to know how bad it was, and it was pretty freaking bad,
I don't
dude.
See it. I
Pretty
saw,
freaking
I
bad.
Saw it when it was all going down because they would show little pieces
Of it,
on
sure.
on TV.
Yeah.
And
Just,
I knew there
like,
was
just
more. I
horrific.
don't want to see because
If he was doing that to humans.
Oh, for fuck's sake! He'd be,
You know, just think about it. I mean, he'd be in for
death
life.
row,
I mean,
death row,
that's
no
what I'm
parole,
saying.
whatever the
So
hell.
it just
it's the same to me.
yeah.
It's the same.
So
thing.
he got he got everything he needs to get. He does not need
it's
any more.
enough.
It's enough.
You're fine.
It's
Mike,
enough.
Okay, you know.
And whoever came up with honoring him, and those people who are defending it,
no.
go screw.
Oh.
I hope you have a dog, and something happens. Well, I don't have. No, I shouldn't say that. But if it was your dog, think of it that way. Because let me tell you something. You guys are assholes. People supporting this, really. That's all I gotta say
Well,
about that.
and I agree. And
It's
I
me all
totally
worked up
agree.
because I'm gonna beat the crap out of somebody. I'm getting all worked up about it.
Well, it's upsetting because I got to tell you, and I'm not going to go on about it because, you know,
It's upsetting.
you know me. I put it out on my
do.
sleeve. I really do. And last night, back for a second, same church, different pew. Last
Yep.
night with this whole Jersey City thing
Yes.
with the shooting,
Yes.
I literally had to walk out of the room into the other side of the house completely in the kitchen and wipe my eyes because
Oh, yeah.
holy crap on a stick. It just is so upset. Stop. It's enough.
Yeah.
With other man's inhumanity to man, what? Be angry. Go ahead. Be angry. Get ticked off. Get hacked off, pissed off, torqued off, whatever you want to call it. But yell, scream, rip and tear and carry on. But why must you stab, shoot, kill, maim, hurt, seriously injure people? Don't.
6 died in that shooting. I remember, yeah.
Very bad.
Yep.
You know, think all you want. It's a thought. It's
Yeah.
a thought. Get angry all you want. It's an emotion. That's it. But you know what? It's enough. Same thing. You like dogs, you like to have them run and play or run and do
little Sadie.
around, okay? Then have a dog. If by chance you find yourself getting hooked in for whatever reason or another to any of this bevy of BS, you know what? Do the right thing. Be good, be nice, behave, be kind, be patient, be respectful. That's number 6, respectful. Do the right thing. Be respectful to these creatures and just back away, walk away. That's enough. That's enough.
Yeah. Oh yeah, it's enough. It's enough. And I needed to say it. It needed to be done.
Well, done and done.
So I don't know. I just had to bring that up. It was really
I know.
bothering.
I agree. It's bothersome.
It is bothersome. There was one other thing, and we're gonna go to a little lighter note because it is it's just depressing. So did you see? And I put it on my I put it on my Facebook, but I also put it on my Instagram too. But did you see? It was Walmart Canada, not Walmart US, but Walmart Canada put out that sweater.
Yes.
The Christmas sweater.
Yes.
The cocaine sweater.
Is it really?
It looks like cocaine.
Yeah, but what was it supposed to be?
Cocaine.
Stop. No.
I'm telling you, it's cocaine.
So you mean?
Dude, the lines are perfect.
So you mean in Canada they got no problem with that?
No, they did it. No, the manufacturer was not a Canadian manufacturer. It was somewhere else. So it was a third party,
So
and you
did
know
they
this.
not-
It wasn't Walmart.
What was the intent? Do we know?
No, It was a third-party seller.
I did see that though.
So the third-party seller, they got the sweaters and then they put them on the racks and on the shelves. They don't know. They weren't looking at it. They didn't analyze the. They're thinking
Folds in the
ugly sweater, right? So they just put it. They got it from a third-party seller, put it on the shelves, and someone was like, "Wow, that looks like cocaine." And they looked at it and said, "As a matter of fact," and it. Let me tell you something. It's definitely cocaine. No, it's
Yes, it
definitely
is.
cocaine. Like
What?
it is, because you have the snowman guy and he's smiling and he's happy. He's like
he's
this. It looks like
happy,
Al
all right.
Pacino if Al Pacino was
He's
a snowman.
like Wild Willie Gaw.
Not Al Pacino, but,
wrapped around your
Scarface.
lamppost. Thanks God he's rich.
So Scarface was a snowman, right? And he was sitting there in front of the table in that the cocaine scene in Scarface.
Yeah.
That's the snowman. That's the snowman.
What, Tony Montana?
No, that's the snowman.
Yeah,
Like
I-
legit. So
Tony Montana.
it was. You know which scene I'm talking about.
Yes, I do.
I gotta
Yes,
fix
I
my
do.
because this is a good thought. So we're gonna fix the podcast right now before I go
I
on
was
because
not aware it was broken.
no, it's like it stops after an hour and then you got to redo. I don't know why they.
6:41, everybody. 19 till 7.
Hold on
Good
a
morning.
second. Okay.
Oh, speaking
So-
of good morning versus good evening, did I tell
Okay,
you,
it's back on.
Did I tell you what happened the other day at the house?
No, what happened? What happened?
So again, Dad is 90, and Dad's got his moments. For 90, he's in pretty damn good shape. Okay, he'll hey, do me a favor and run my bank balance. I should have arbitrary number. I should have about $2,550 in the checking, but just run it to be sure. Okay, I run the balance. It's $2,553 and 17 cents, for example. So he's right on it. Now, that's what he did
Oh boy.
for many, many years.
Yeah.
Banking, tax returns, financial. Okay.
Sure.
Okay.
Uh-oh.
Monday morning.
You're making me nervous.
Monday morning, 20 minutes of 5. Okay. He's got, and he really needs to use it because he's a little unstable. Again, 90.
There's 90.
And 20 years ago, he had 5 bypasses done where they took veins out of his legs. So consequently, 90 and 20 years removed, he's a little unstable, especially first thing in the morning when he first gets up on his feet. So he should take the walker all the time with him. Well, this time he did. And from the bedroom all the way to the kitchen.
Now, do you live in a ranch-style home, or
I
is
do,
there?
yeah.
Okay.
Okay. There's a good bit of hard floor. So I hear,
Oh
and I'm awake. Okay, and I hear him goofing around out in the kitchen, and I don't know what's going on. I hear him out there, and I'm like, what the crap? Well, you know what? From time to time, he'll wake up in the middle of the night, be hungry, and he'll go out to the kitchen and grab something, munch a little
'Cause he's
bit,
hungry.
and then back to bed.
no. Sure. Sounds
Thinking
great.
that's what he was going to do on Monday morning. Oh, no.
Oh no. What did he do?
So about 15 minutes later, I hear him over the hard floor, and now he's into my former bedroom, which is now the TV room. Okay, and he turns the TV on, and of course the TV is this loud.
Oh,
okay?
my God.
Well, because he doesn't hear.
Right.
Okay, because again.
Does he have a
90
hearing aid?
Oh, sure.
Oh.
Where are you hearing it? Oh, they're in the other room.
Oh.
That's a good place for him.
There you go.
The ones that cost you what, $3,000? What? Exactly.
They're very expensive.
So now it's like between he and my mother, there's like $8,000 worth of hearing aids. in
I
the
bet.
house,
I
okay?
bet.
She had to have the Cadillac Star Trek ones, and they worked. She used them. He, however,
He does not.
will not. Okay.
Will not.
Well, she's not there saying, "Now, John, I'm tired of you saying what all the time. Please put your hearing aids in." All right, Nancy, calm down. So we haven't had that for 5.5 years. Sorry, Mom. So now it's 5 minutes of 5, and I'm laying there like this, eyes wide open. Da, 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 da. Wait, because now what he will oftentimes do, again, with hungry in the middle of the night, he will sometimes get up, put the TV on, realize it's too loud because it's the middle of the night,
It's very loud.
and turn it down.
Yeah.
This thing's going, and it's going, and it's going. It's
not getting turned down, is it?
5 minutes. No, it's not. Finally, after about 5 minutes, I go upstairs. He's all dressed. He's got the shirt, the slacks. He's got the socks and the thing. He's dressed.
What time of the night is this?
Again, 4:40 in the morning. Now 5 o'clock.
Oh boy. Okay.
I got another hour and 15 minutes that I could have in the
Sleep.
rack. Okay.
Yeah.
So I go up and I'm like, "Hey, what are you doing? He goes, oh, good, you're here. I got your dinner in. I'm like, why do you have my dinner in? Well, it's time. It'll be time to eat here soon. I said, Dad, it is 5 a.m. What? No, it's you just got home evidently, and it's in my skivvies and my ripped up sleeping shirt. My hair's like, Reverend Jim from Taxi. Okay.
That makes me sad.
And I'm like, Dad, it's 5 a.m. And he's like, if I cry it out loud. And he starts, he had like a little pill container. I'm like, Dad, don't throw things. I'm just saying, it's 5 a.m. I have another hour and 15 minutes. I could be in the rack having some sleep. I said, just turn it down. I'll be up in an hour.
So he thought it was.
He thought it was 5 p.m.
Aw, poor baby.
But
he was dressed.
Well, he was all ready to go.
Where were you going to go?
No place. But he was all ready.
He was ready for the day.
He was ready to rock.
Begin.
He thought he slept through the day, and it was and later on, I'm like, Dad, all you got to do is look outside. If my truck is in the parking lot, in the driveway, I'm here. And
it's confusing because it's dark.
Well, now there's
at night and it's dark in the morning.
Yeah.
So if you fell asleep and then you woke up, you might be like, is it night or is it morning? Because it's dark all the time. So that might have played a role.
I'm sure it did. So he got assuming it's
poor little
just
thing.
ponderous. Oh, come on. He misses her, so he needs. I mean this in the very, very nicest and most respectful way, but he really needs to be with her again. And I'm not looking for trouble. I'm not looking for a
No,
thing,
I
but
understand what
boy,
you're saying.
He's. I can tell. Trace,
Yeah.
He's had it being.
He's a little lost.
He's had it hanging around. He just has. But I think he's more afraid of the unknown, how to get to the next big adventure, than he is of.
Which I think most people are. So.
You know what? I like to think that I'm ready.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh shit, not me.
Yeah, I mean, I don't want to. I'm not fucking for a trip off to heaven.
I want to walk the earth
minutes.
forever. I'm not kidding. You think I'm kidding? I want to be that. I think it's a biblical. I can't remember his name, but there's a in the Bible. There's a person who is damned to walk the earth forever. So he is walking the earth forever. He doesn't die. And it's like he's damned. And I'm like, I think that sounds great. I think that's not damned. That's like a gift.
I don't want to be.
I'll walk forever. I'll walk forever, and I'll go everywhere.
But that's the
and
thing.
I'll visit
That's
Europe.
You're talking about walking and going and doing.
Oh, sure.
When you get old, that comes to a close. I don't mind.
No, you just lie there.
I don't mind.
No, not just lie there. I mean, you have to get up and go.
But sometimes.
But he was like the guy in the Bible. He was young, not young, but I mean he was young enough that he could just keep walking, and he walks the face of the earth. That's where I want.
I'm not afraid of I'm not afraid of age. The numbers don't scare me.
I don't like that either.
What petrifies me is being old and unable and or unaware.
Yeah, it's everything.
That I don't want.
My thing is there were so many things I want to do in my life.
Of course.
Things that I either put off or procrastinated or said I will do next year. Things I haven't done that I so want to push myself to do because I do not want to leave this earth without having some sort of impact on a global level. I know that's a big thing to say, but I really think that there's just,
big.
What the hell?
Message coming into work this morning about think big.
Yeah, you know what the hell. So, I mean, I really, really want to write a book, and I've been, pondering it, and I started writing it and stopped, and I did a couple of chapters, stopped, and I just really have to put my pedal to the metal and really, really write this book. I really want to do it, and I just have to do it because I have so much to say, as you know.
Is that right?
Yeah. And I've lived a very full life, and I've had so many crazy things happen to me. I mean, crazy.
You're like Barney Gumble from The Simpsons. I lived a full life. Oh, look, somebody left beer in this ashtray.
I thought you were going to say I was like Forrest Gump for a second there, but that was not what you said.
Didn't see that one
coming. I didn't see that one coming. I just, no, and people tell me all the time, they're like, you did this, you went there, you did this. I mean, it's just some crazy stuff I've done.
And you know what?
And I think I have things to share.
There are those people who are like, oh, that must be nice. Let me tell you what, it ain't bragging if you can back it up.
When I was watching Ellen's. It was last night, and there's a second part tonight. Ellen's Greatest Giveaways. It's called. She does it every year.
Yeah.
And she has stories of all these people and what they've gone through in their lives, and it's some really beautiful stories. I mean, they had this kid who like flipped signs, and that's what's his living. He just flipped signs like to advertise. That's what he did, and just things like that. And they had and they had these two girls who had lost their mother to cancer, and the father was raising them, and all these stories. And I was like, if I wrote a book and Ellen read my book, I would get so many prizes.
Right.
So many prizes. Like, why didn't I write to Ellen when like all this stuff happened to me? Like, I want a trip to Europe and a car and all these things she was giving away. I was like, I gotta write this book. I need to write. I have so many things to say that I think that if people read it, they would cry, and I think it would like become a movie. I'm convinced. I'm not just talking out of my ass. Like, I really believe it.
I understand.
I really, really believe it.
Here,
I sat at work today.
Yeah.
This is how crazy it is.
Go ahead.
And I'm back at my old job, and
Right.
I'm sitting there with this guy I work with, and he was talking about how much he loves Canada, and I said, my aunt's on the $10 bill, and he said, you're so full of crap. I said, no, really, it's my grandmother's sister,
Yeah.
and I told him, and he's like, that why and what do you like? And then they look at me like, what are you doing here? Like, I'm like, no, it has nothing to do. It is. But yeah, you're right. And then and then I'll say, oh yeah, I worked in the music business. I met Jennifer Lopez. Blah blah blah. What are you doing in this tiny little company? Like, what happened to you? Oh yeah, I was on TV. I did a show and I did a movie.
DVD,
What are you doing? What are you doing? And I think to myself, I got to write a book about this.
Yeah.
I got to write a book about these things.
I understand.
And incorporate the tragedy in my life. I mean, there's been a lot of death, a lot of tragedy, I've been alone for so long. I mean, like, there's so many things I need to say, and I need to do it. John, I need to do it.
Well, let me not keep you.
Not like today.
Oh.
Tomorrow.
Okay. Got time coming up during the holidays.
Oh, yeah. See, this is what happens. Then I put it off, and I'll say, no, I'm too busy. I'm too busy.
Very busy. What are you busy with?
I don't know.
Here,
Life.
I have a question. Remember last week? I'm sorry.
Go ahead.
Switching gears. We were talking about my Jamie. She's into these.
Jamie's crying. Go ahead. Jamie's got a gun.
Yeah, now Aerosmith and Van Halen.
Yeah, go ahead.
She's got Jamie Lee's Country Crafts on Facebook.
Oh yeah, you told me that. That's right.
And she's doing a variety of things.
The
Holiday items,
chapstick.
the little
the
chapstick.
thing in the
lip
garbage
balm.
thing in the car.
Okay, here's the. Did Tracy come up with a name for the bag like you said you would?
Oh shit. Yes.
No, you didn't.
Wait.
What, are you running up by the patent office or something? A copywriter?
Yeah, the copywriter that lives in my brain.
You let me know. Text me, message me,
I will.
because I've been noodling it over myself.
All right, I'm going to come up with it by Friday.
You heard it here. By
Friday. You'll get an instant message from me with the name.
I have to tell you,
I'll do it.
She's been doing extremely well with these things. They're
Yay.
$10. They're a bag with it almost looks like you took a
Jamie's got a bag.
and then not just me.
Oh.
Thank you. Gee, Margaret, I thought you were Frank's bag. Thank you. It almost looks like you took a tote bag and shrunk it in the dryer. It's about yay so big, with handles on it, and you put in the car, in the vehicle, rather than tossing stuff all over the place, you put it in this bag. It's about yay so round. It's about so tall. Okay, and you can, I don't know, you hang it on the gear shift, you hang it on the window crank, wherever you like.
I got a name. Sorry.
Go ahead.
No, go ahead.
And the inside has this wipeable fabric. It's almost like a plastic-esque. It's called PUL, and I forget what the PUL stands for, but it's like a plastic-esque kind of fabric inside. You can wash it, wipe it out, clean it, and it's very convenient. Very convenient, and she makes them in all kinds of looks. She just sold one or two with Pittsburgh Steelers fabric. She's got a request for
Patriots.
Actually, no.
Oh.
But same conference. Gal I know from one of my church leadership camps back like almost 40 years ago.
Ooh.
Nancy once won in New York Jets fabric. She did Mickey Mouse, Disney, Penn State with all and flowers. And she just showed me one here that looks like a big giant peacock feather arrangement. Very cool. Okay.
Very cool.
$10.
I like it. What's the website?
$10. You go on Facebook.
Facebook.
And it's Country Crafts by Jamie Lee. Jami.
Country Crafts by Jamie Lee.
Jami.
Jami.
Oh, and she did a Patriot bag for one of the relatives.
Oh, I'm gonna look at that, Jamie.
Yeah. I forgot about that. Thank you.
Thank you.
Country Crafts by Jamie Lee. Jami.
I like it.
Leigh.
I like it.
Yeah, on the Facebook, not the Google, on the Facebook.
She should make little pet clothes.
Oh, she did one with cats. Matter of fact, and again,
Little
she's not a cat person, but
little
she got
dog clothes, but like with like Red Sox or
yeah.
like Mets.
Yeah.
Yeah. I have ideas.
One thing at a time.
Oh, sorry.
Okay, so your name idea.
So in French, a trash can is poubelle. So call it poubelle.
Spell it.
I think it's Poubelle. I gotta look it up. I think it's poubelle or Peubell. Poubelle. But like if you're American, you say poubelle. I don't know. Just a thought.
Call my
Or you can call it in
buddy.
Spanish. It's basura in Spanish, but that doesn't work.
I used to call my one buddy. His last name was Provel. When I was ticked at him, I'm like, yeah, freaking Poubelle.
Poo poo. Poo poo. So yeah, say it one more time so people don't forget.
Country Crafts by Jamie Lee.
On Facebook.
Leigh.
Maybe we can put a link to it on our Real Town.
It's a
about that?
possibility. I like it.
Because we do reach like 500 people.
Why not?
So why not?
These things are great.
I'll do it.
She's doing
I'll do it.
a little show here on Friday at a little place in Berwick, Pennsylvania. Again, where my mother's family is all from, and from where her mother's family is also from as well. So we're going to have a look at that. I'm going to go out. I have Friday off, and I'm going to just get a
Friday.
I'm going to get out there and have a look. But I got to tell you,
You have Friday off?
Yeah, I took it off.
Well, good for you.
Yeah. And between these traveling trash totes, that's the one I came up with, and the lip balm fob.
Yes.
Please. Very handy, very useful.
Toddy.
Yeah. I'm just,
Hot toddy.
When she
Hot toddy.
When she came up with this, again, my whole response was one word: brilliant. Like that old Guinness commercial with those puppety papery figures. What say we put 6 bottles in a container? Brilliant.
Brilliant.
I thought it was, especially the lip balm fob, along with the traveling trash tote. Yeah.
Traveling trash tote.
Traveling.
I need to come up with any.
Trebek.
Poubelle.
Poubelle.
Poubelle. Poubelle. Do you know something weird? Do you know they announced the Golden Globes? Do you know that none of the major networks are nominated? Isn't that weird?
Wow.
So no NBC, no CBS, no ABC, only the streaming stuff. Netflix, Amazon Prime, Hulu,
that's where the cutting edge stuff.
Apple TV, and there's a couple of HBOs in there, which is probably the closest. But there's no NBC, no ABC, no CBS for the first time.
Because you know what?
Weird.
It ain't what it used to be.
No, everybody's streaming. And all the good stuff. You know what it is? I was reading about this because a lot of people are leaving the major networks. Like they have contracts with networks. They have contracts with ABC, NBC. And a couple of really, really big producers, the woman who came up with Grey's Anatomy, her name's Shonda Rhimes, I think. She actually left the network and went over to, I think, Netflix because they're saying not only is it, you can go on forever. You're not limited to seasons.
Right.
You're not limited to. There's no commercials.
Right.
And your creativity is different because you can swear, you can do nudity, you can
do so many activities.
Yeah, you can do everything. So all those things that limit you in primetime television are
Right.
gone. And so they're saying a lot of the major producers, writers are going over to those.
Well, I have to say, there's a lot of things that look very interesting to me on the Amazons, on the
Netflix
Netflixes of the
and-
world, on the Apple TVs
Sure.
of the world, the Disney Pluses of
Disney
the world.
Plus.
Okay.
Yeah.
You know, say what you will. Now, I don't have access to that, you know, here at Dad's and my place, but you know, Jamie and back to Jamie, we will Netflix, you know, from time to time. There's nothing really I'm interested in seeing. Let's see what's going on Netflix. The Marvelous Mrs. Maisel.
Maisel, yes.
Maisel, yeah.
Yes.
Maisel, Maisel.
Very.
Tomato, call the whole thing off. Kids, I will turn this car around. But the Marvelous Mrs. Maisel, that's a great show.
Yeah.
And
Very
there
popular
are other
show.
ones that
That's
that
actually
we've
nominated
seen.
too, yeah. Very
Yeah.
popular show. Oh,
Of
there's
course
so
it
many
is.
good things on it. There's like a new M. Night Shyamalan that's on Apple TV called Servant. It looks
Yeah.
so creepy and fun, and I so want to watch it.
Creepy and
Oh,
fun.
I love creepy stuff.
Oh, they're not
And
good. They're
yeah, so it's like
tricky
it's
together.
amazing, and I think I think the future is that people are going to start going away from prime TV because people are now giving up cable too.
I agree.
So I think it's going to happen, but to have an award show and there's none of those major networks, that's a total difference. I mean, that's huge.
Well, they better wake up, smell the coffee, and do something different because just because they better.
I like the no commercials and like
No, I do
like
too.
that. I
No,
mean,
but again, you can you know, such and such a so and so show, you know, buy fill in the
Sure.
Ford, okay,
Right.
and you got the Ford brand or the General Motors, GM, Chevrolet brand on it, whatever, but you're not, you know, beating
well,
people
you have
over
to
the head with it.
subscribe, so the money comes from. So whereas at
Subscription,
NBC and
of course.
ABC, the money comes from commercials.
Right, ad revenue.
You know what I mean? But it kind of reminds me of public broadcasting, PBS, where people finance it and they
Right.
send money and donations, so there's no commercials.
Well, not for nothing.
So it's the
Sirius
same
XM.
process.
Same thing.
Same thing. So with NBC, ABC, CBS, Fox, they're relying on the commercials to pay for the station, whereas these other things are relying on us, and they're not expensive. I mean,
No.
I'm talking, I spend like $100 a year, not a month, a year.
I know.
That's like not bad.
Oh, I
So
know.
you can do you can do the Hulus, the Apple TV, and if they're 100 or 100 something a year between all of them, it's still going to be cheaper because I'm paying like almost like 180 just on cable
I
a
know.
month. A month.
Oh yeah.
So why wouldn't
Crazy.
you do that? I mean, that's what I'm saying. But it's very interesting to me. I can't. That servant thing is crazy. Do you see that commercial with the baby? Oh
yeah,
my
that-
god!
oh, it gives
And
me
it's
the
like a fake
willies.
baby, and oh my god,
A Faby.
so scary. Oh look, they
Hey,
changed it.
would you look at the time?
Well, they did. We did start late, but that's okay.
That's
we'll end now.
I know.
'Cause, you know.
it's a little after 7. I got
Whatever.
I gotta.
Oh, you gots to go.
Well, I probably should get on up the road. You know.
Yeah, I get
Hey,
it.
you know you're late.
Dada.
No, actually, I'm not
Dada.
that good. But you know, I don't want.
Papa, don't preach.
Yeah.
I come home when I want. Papa, don't preach.
Exactly right. You know, I came home I had to stop for gas last night, and I went into the thing and got some food. So I literally,
Literally.
I had things to do at work that got me out of there about 10 minutes later than usual. Stopped for gas, got a few things at the quick check. So rather than coming into the house at like 20 minutes or 5:45, it's literally thank you.
You know, a lot of people say that now, more than normal. Literally, the
got
word
me.
literally, I hear it
They got
more
me.
than I've ever heard. Anyways, I hear it all the time now.
So I got walking in. It's 5:53.
Whatever.
Oh, you're late tonight. No, not really, but okay, I'm late. Good for your dad.
I gotta get a
Whatever.
Christmas tree,
Again?
but then they close at like 6:00.
Didn't you just get one last year?
Yeah, I gotta get it again. But I want a little baby one.
Difficult.
But they close at like 6. You know what I mean? It's like I don't get home in time to go get it. It's so ridiculous. But then I'd have to go to like Home Depot. I don't want to get it. I
Oh,
want to get it
guy.
at the farm down the street.
Fam.
There's a little farm, but it
Yeah,
closes
right.
at 6. Whatever. I'll get it this weekend.
All right.
And then Christmas is over.
That's it.
That's it.
It's over.
Well, I want to say happy 96th birthday to my grandmother.
Yes. Nana, happy birthday.
Happy birthday. It was a couple days ago. It was on the 7th, actually.
that is huge.
But I want to say happy birthday to my Nana. She's awesome, my Nana Banana. And 96. 96.
9.
I love you, Nana.
We love you too,
That's-
Nana. Good
Nana
deal,
Banana.
man. That's great.
Nana Banana. Is that it?
That's it. That's all.
All
That's
right.
enough.
We're gonna go.
All right.
We got the
Hey,
peanut gallery in the back.
Next,
so
we got one more before the holiday
one more
hiatus,
before the holidays.
So we'll
we should
catch
do something
you.
special next week.
I don't know what we're going to do. We'll figure it out.
Christmassy.
What's that,
What?
Tino?
How many
they got
Christmas parties
they
do we
got a
got
big old
going?
hoop-de-doo going on
right.
outside, so maybe we'll hoop-de-doo with you, too.
Okay.
Too.
Oh, and let me just plug. Let me plug. Danny, DJ Danny. We have a big show this Saturday night from 6 p.m. Whole bunch of guests, whole bunch of stuff, and I'm co-hosting with DJ Danny, and it's this Saturday, so I have to plug at 6 p.m.
Be there.
or be square.
Aloha.
Oh.
Ha. Another curveball you weren't expecting out of me.
Maka Kaliki Maka is
Mela
a wise
Kaliki
way
Maka.
to say Merry Christmas to you. Maka Kaliki Maka.
No. Mela Kaliki Maka.
Mela Kaliki Maka is a wise
I was talking about
way
that with Jack today.
to
We used to
say
play all the
Merry
time.
Christmas to you.
More coming next time, next week.
Mela Kaliki Maka.
I'm John. She's Mela Kaliki Maka. Tracy. And we'll
Yeah.
see you next time in Real Town. Peace. We out.
Oh, there we are.
Oi.
No more rehearsing and nursing a part. We know every card by heart. Overture, curtain lights. This is it. We'll hit the heights. And oh, what heights we'll hit. On with the show. This is it.